Man, oh man, and this is a quick video, man. It's about almost 8 minutes. We're gonna watch this and we're gonna end on this, bro. If you're not listening to Rich Cooper, you need to be. If you're a young dude out here trying to figure it out, or if you're an old head out here trying to figure it out, if you're not listening to Rich Cooper, you need to be. If you haven't bought his book, right, Unplugged Alpha, where is it? Right back there. If you haven't bought his book, Unplugged Alpha, you need to buy it. It's on Amazon. Read his book. It's a quick read. It's a very quick read, very comprehensive, very no nonsense, man, straight to the point. You need to read it. Do yourself a favor. You're only hurting yourself by not reading this book. You're only hurting yourself by not watching Entrepreneurs in Cars. Hey, watch the Rich Cooper clips. Right. So this is, this video is titled "Why Most Men Can't Keep Women Happy." Right. So let's check this out.
All right, what's up, my brothers? In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about why the vast majority of men will never, ever make a woman happy, despite their efforts, how the unplugged guys out there have figured this out and know how to make a woman happy. And we're going to start by talking about Robert Briffault, more specifically Briffault's Law. If you're unfamiliar, Robert Briffault was a French anthropologist, and he spent a good deal of his career studying the dynamics between male and females in the animal species. And I'm going to read this quote unquote for you. And what he concluded is that the female, not the male, determines all the conditions of the animal family. Where the female can derive no benefit from association with the male, no such association takes place. Now, for a long time, people have debated over the years whether or not this applies to humans. Can it apply to humans? Whether or not it should or shouldn't. I'm going to skip all of that because I've talked to thousands of guys now, and I do believe that this does apply to the human condition in the dynamics between males and females. So this is a feature, not a bug. So let's talk about that first. If Briffault's Law did not exist, the female would not have a strong chance of survival. Generally speaking, I mean, today it doesn't really matter so much because we have women in the workforce making their own money, paying taxes and all sort of stuff. But 1,000 years ago, 5,000 years ago, if a female had chosen the wrong mate, made a bad choice, she could be on the hook with a guy that is unable to provide, preside, and look after the family. To sort of distill it and dumb it down into very simple terms, the things that you've done for her in the past, and this is where guys get really frustrated, the things that you've done for her in the past do not carry any weight into the future. So the house that you bought in the neighborhood that she wanted, the renovation that you did on the master bathroom or the kitchen, the in-law suite that you for your mother-in-law to move into in the past has no bearing on the future. The mistake that a lot of guys make is they'll sit there and they'll go, well, I did this, that, and the other thing for you over the last several years. Why am I not getting acknowledged for the efforts that I've made into this relationship? And then they get upset or they get bent out of shape for it. And
I tell you this, right? Because I'm an old head, I'm a Gen Xer. What he's talking about, Janet Jackson made a song about this back in the 80s. When it comes to women and you doing things for women, bro, a lot of women, not all, but a lot of women will simply say this: what have you done for me lately? It's like, yo, I bought you this house. I redid the house, put in a new bathroom, put in a new kitchen. I bought you a G-Wagon, right? Okay, that was cool, but what have you done for me lately? If you're dealing with a woman who's dealing with you because she wants things that you can provide her, as opposed to a woman who's with you because she loves you, if you're with a woman who loves you, she'll be with you in the gutter when y'all both homeless. In the gutter, right there next to you, still working and still being with you, happy to be around you. I know it's an extreme example, but you need a woman who's going to be with you when you down. Anybody and everybody can be with you when you up. And if you got a woman that, she's with you because y'all up, and she's going to continue to want stuff. I want to take another trip. I want another bag. I want to go on another, I want another car, right? I want another Kelly bag or a Birkin bag. I want. It never ends. But if she's with you because she just wants you, she's happy when you're home. She's going to curl up next to you and just want to be next to you. She's going to watch football and put on jerseys and paint her face because that's what she knows you like. She can't stand football. Probably didn't know how it works, but she's just happy because she's with you. This is why you got to vet women, and this is what you're looking for, gentlemen. Don't get caught up dealing with some woman because she's got a big butt and a smile, and you get her, and you think you're going to be able to keep her happy, because if you don't make her happy, nothing really will. You're going to have to continue to fill that void.
As Robert Briffault stated, Women are only around so long as they can derive benefit from you in the future. Any past benefit that they've enjoyed is not considered or contemplated into the future, if we can put it that way, right? So all those things that you've done for her, doesn't matter. She needs to continue to receive benefit from you to continue to want to stay in that relationship. Now, this is where most guys will get really pissed off and just be like, see, she's all about your money, or if you're not paying for her or stamping things yes all the time, she's not going to want to stick around, or she's going to bounce and move over with the other guy. Not so fast. Yes, there's a little bit of truth to that. So let's deal with that first. That's where most guys end up making the vast majority of mistakes that they make in long-term relationships, is they think that if they just do everything that she wants, it's like yes, dear. They basically give her a stamp and she says, I want stamp yes. I want yes, 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 yes. And they stamp everything yes, and they think that, you know, by stamping everything yes and giving her what she wants, they're going to get what they want out of the relationship,
Which I just want to pause it right there, because there are guys out there who will use their wallet, they will use their influence, they will use their wealth to try to win over a woman. Yeah, those guys, and those are the ones who are probably complaining, right? Because they love this woman. But a lot of guys will do that rubber stamp, yes, 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 yes. They're not doing it because they're trying to keep her. They're doing it because they absolutely love her. Remember, I keep telling you guys, man, men and women love different. You have to protect your emotions at all costs, because if you allow yourself to fall in love with the wrong woman, you fall for the wrong woman, you attach to the wrong woman, bro, and she don't feel the same way about you, you're going to wind up in this situation that Rich is talking about. That yes, 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 yes thing, a lot of those guys just love her and they want to give her everything she wants because they love her. They want her to be happy, and she doesn't seem to be happy unless he's coming up and surprising her with the rose petals to lead up to the bedroom with all the gifts and stuff in the hot bath or whatever. Or you got to get the, surprise gift and open up the big box outside as a new car, or surprise her with some trip somewhere, some romantic scavenger hunt or something. Like, you got to keep doing these things, right? If she's not into you, it doesn't matter if you keep doing these things. And the guys are doing it because they are into her. They love her, right? Remember what Orion Taraban said, man, the adorer and the adored. Like, all this stuff plays in, bro. All of it. She has to be into you more than you are into her. Myron says this stuff, man. I know a lot of people don't like what Myron Gaines has to say, but when it comes to this, he's spot on. You need to be the guy who can walk away, and she needs to know that. Like, I can leave this situation. And if you are the guy that can walk away and she knows it, you're going to hold that upper hand. You hold the high ground. Simple as that. And she will just be happy to be with you. You could take her to Burger King, man. She's going to be happy as hell. Give me some Cinny Minis, baby. You know I love the Cinny Minis. She's going to love to go to Burger King, but she'll be just as comfortable and just as happy if you take her to Sexy French. Right? So, because it's about you, not the experience, not the stuff that you're buying. She loves you. And if she doesn't love you like that, you got a problem.
It rarely happens. For some guys, it might, but for the vast majority of guys out there, you can't buy your way into her heart by continuing to say yes and buying things that she asks for or demands or wants for her or the family or the kids or any of those things. You actually have to have a backbone when it comes to a long-term relationship or a marriage, and put yourself in a position where you can say no. Now, of course, all of this boils down to attractiveness and value for the guy. This is where guys can win. This is where guys can level up. If you want to do well in a long-term relationship, if you want her to be quote unquote happy with you into the future, because the whole point of this video really is why most guys don't make women happy. It's because they think that if they just stamp everything yes and give her what she wants, then she'll be happy in a perpetuity. That's not how it works. That's one element of it. You have to be her hypergamous best option, which is not always easy to do for most guys. What does that mean? She has to be able to look at you guys every morning and think to herself, damn, I did well. I got the best that I can get. This guy is the shit, if you know what I'm saying. She basically looks at you like a giant. She is with the best that she can get. This is why, guys, I keep telling you, and I'm going to keep banging on this drum for you, you never, ever, ever want to deal with a chick on a long-term basis that settles for you. If you're not her first choice, if it's obvious to you that she's chosen somebody else, you are wasting your time making a long-term commitment to her, because you're going to end up like one of those guys that gets absolutely ticked off when he learns that he's just an ATM for her, and everything that he does doesn't create any level of happiness or a smile on her face. That's a situation that most guys get themselves into, which is not where most guys want to be. They want to be.
And man, he's not lying. I can't tell you how many times I've been out in them trenches right? And you'll see a couple, right? And the guy's doing everything he can, bro. Everything he can. He's like that dancing monkey that's on a leash and then, with the holding the cup and collecting the money as the girl is playing the music. He's out there dancing, collecting the money and giving it to her, right? And she can care less about that dude. I can't tell you how many times I've seen women who are in a relationship with a guy leave with another dude or approach another dude, start talking to another dude. I was just hollering one of my dudes in Dallas just the other day. Shout out to Lincoln, man. I see you out there, fam. And he was telling me like, yeah, man. And Lincoln's a young guy, is doing very well, very social, knows what he's doing, knows how to holler at women, the whole nine. He's in a spot, chilling, doing his thing. Lincoln knows everyone, so he has social proof. They got him posted up somewhere nice, exclusive area. This woman comes walking up to him, starts hollering at him for real. And he's like, okay. He tells her to have a seat. They having the conversation. They're going back and forth. He's like, all right, this is going pretty good. Fast forward 20 minutes, 25 minutes later, her boyfriend, long-term boyfriend, the dude she's in there with, walks up. Hey, girl, you ready to go? Yeah, I think I want to go. I'm bored. She left him at his table to come over and holler at my dude. Right? And no shame in it. And the guy, both couldn't even put two and two together. Lincoln's looking like, yo, this your woman? Like, yo, she over here trying to holler at me. Oh, man, it ain't like that, blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay. Okay, because Lincoln is looking at this like, bro, I don't want to deal with the situation or whatever. Little Lincoln, he nice with the hands. He could have handled himself. But he was just like, I'm just letting you know, man, I didn't stop her. She came over here trying to tell dude like, yo, she came over here. It's like the guy knew it. So that relationship is not going to work no matter what that guy does. She is always going to go out looking for what she really wants. And if you're just the guy who was good enough, you're going to always have these problems. Like even Mandrell agrees, bro. He's like, bro, she needs to be more into you than you are into her. That's a fact.
Adored by their woman. They want to be respected by their woman. They want to, when they initiate intimacy, it's reciprocated and with enthusiasm. This is where guys go wrong. So gentlemen, understand this. Most of your problems with long-term relationships, they boil down to attractiveness and your value. If you're not valuable and you're not attractive, she'll never be content or happy with you over the long term. Make sure you're not carrying extra belly fat. You're not fat. You're not incompetent. You're resourceful. You know how to solve problems. And of course, you're handsome. You have a style. You have a look. You've done something to level yourself up so that you're not an unattractive, lazy, kind of unappealing slob-like character for women, because they don't like that. They just don't. Women want to be with guys that other women want to be with. And if you don't have the pre-selection of other women, it's very unlikely that she's going to be happy with you in a perpetuity if you're not that guy. So you can't buy your way into her heart. The whole beta bucks thing where it's like, she wants this done, yes. She wants that done, yes. She wants this done, yes. And then after about a dozen or two or 12 dozen of these, the guy comes to the realization, I've done all of these things for you, Becky, and you're still pissed off at me. And it doesn't matter what I do, you're never happy. And she's basically sitting there nodding her head going, yeah. Kind of, because she didn't pick her best option. She just picked you because you're an ATM. She just picked you because you say yes to everything. She just picked you because you're her second choice or her fifth choice or whatever it happens to be. So guys, choose better. Increase your value.
He's dropping dimes, man. Choose better. Hey, remember when I said the person who's willing to walk away from the relationship is the person with the leverage? In the situation that the brother Rich is talking about right here, the woman is willing to walk away. Guys like, oh, you this and then you won't do that and you're never happy. And she's like, yep. I can walk away. I can walk away right now if you want. She can care less. And if y'all been married and you got bread, she's like, I'm gonna walk away and I'm taking half your stuff with me. So guys, you definitely have to choose better. First of all. Secondly, you have to vet. Make sure you're vetting these women properly, bro. Make sure you vet properly. Because if you don't, this is only going to hurt you. Right? And there's no getting around it, man. Control your emotions. A lot of these dudes, they don't control their emotions. They let their emotions out too soon. They attach to a woman who's just not into them like that, but they're cool because it's like he has a nice house, nice cars. He provides nice experiences. He gives me money. And like I said, that part he said about intimacy, it has to be enthusiastic. If you got a woman who's just giving you that lazy starfish, just laying there intimacy, bro, she ain't really about it. It's like she really don't want you in that Foxy Brown. That's part of it, man. And the guy just happy he's getting something. And it's just horrible. It's nothing. I be talking to dudes about, like they're like, man, how do you, like doing stuff? I'm like, oh man, we be doing this, that, and the third. I've done this before. I did this, that. They're like, what? And it's like, yeah, it's fun. We're having a good time chasing each other around the house. You know what I mean? Just buck booty ass nigga chasing each other around the house, having fun, doing all kind of stuff. And they're like, oh man, I could barely even get her to do something. She's always coming up with excuses, or her head hurts, and isn't it? Like, man, she ain't into you, homie. She ain't into me. She ain't into you. Right? If she's really into you, bro, she'll be trying to pull your thing out while there's people in the living room right next to you guys. She'll be trying to do something in public. She'll be trying to climb on top of you in the car in the parking lot. She don't care. She'll be wearing dresses with nothing underneath. Looking for an excuse, like grab you, telling you like, I want it now, give it to me, daddy. That most dudes ain't never experienced that, bro. If you're not experiencing that, man, that's the thing, bro. That's what they call them, red flags. That's something you gotta check. If it's a chore for her to want to sleep with you, that's a big old red flag, bro.
You're the one that's in charge of managing relationships, not her. You're the one that's in charge of leading the relationships, not her. You are the gatekeeper to the relationship. That's the way that you should be acting, not letting her gatekeep. Women gatekeep intimacy. Men gatekeep the relationship. You're the one that decides when the relationship's going to occur. Like Robert Berfalt says, women decide if it's going to continue, right? If she doesn't derive benefit, is she going to continue? And if she's not deriving benefit, she's going to find some way out of it. Benefit, by the way, it's not just money. Benefit can also be your presence, because you're handsome, because you're attractive, because you're valuable. The most successful guys that I know in long-term relationships say no. And they say no often. I want this, no. I want to do this, no. We have to take this vacation here. We have to spend this money on the kids on that. No, no, no. And it's like, when you get comfortable and familiar with the notion of saying no to things, now you're ahead. Now you're in a position of some authority and leadership. So guys, take this to heart. What's your experience been? Comment below. Also, pinned in the top comment, there's a link to a bunch of useful stuff, including my book, but more specifically, the School of Unplugging. You're going to want to check this out, because this is where guys are getting the most value. It's a community where guys are able to level up and then double down on their life. There's over 50 hours there of premium content that helps them understand how the world really works, not the way we hope that it works, how guys are getting better results with their health, with their wealth, and especially with women. And there's a community with weekly Zoom calls with me, managing a lot of the calls along with my team of experts. You guys check that out. We'll see you in the next video. Comment below.
Definitely check that out, bro. Make sure y'all get out a shot, man, because Rich knows what he's talking about, man. I've had conversations with the brother, man. He's a good dude, man. And he's doing this to help others, bro. And it's not just helping men, he's helping women. If he can help men become top tier guys, or even high value men, if he can help them do that, now they're seen by women. Women want nothing more than viable men, right? That's what they want. Shout out to Professor Scott Galloway. No one is craving men. No one want men to get it together more than women, especially in America.